It's Jim Nailon, liturgical guitarist, and I'm going to do an arrangement of In Every Age, a song by Sullivan Whitaker, beautiful, beautiful melody, and a little help from Skippy here. I kind of think it helps on my fingers. It may just be me, but I like a little kitty mojo on my fingers when I'm recording something. So, especially if you've washed your hands and they're wet. So, In Every Age. I'll play through it here first. So this is a hymn that works well often for preparation of gifts, and if you have a large crowd and the collection is finished before the priest is ready to go into communion, the Eucharistic prayer, it's often the case that you have a little time to instrumentally try and connect the song with the start of the prayer when the priest is ready for everybody to stand up. So it's nice to be able to extend this hymn instrumentally, and it works beautifully on the guitar. So I'm in E minor, playing in the E minor chords. Now in the sheet music, I'm just following along the chords on the OCP guitar book sheet music here. It has E minor capo 3 to put it in the key of what be the relative minor would be G minor. You could put it up there, but this is, even here, it's not a bad key for singing. The further up the guitar you get, the less beautiful your harmonics and things seem to sound. So I try and stay lower, and plus I'm a baritone, so it makes it a little easier for me to sing. Long before the mountains came to be. It's still in a decent range for singing. So let's talk through this. So starting on the beginning note, just simple one string. Then you go into that A minor chord, D, G, and you can put that little hammer, and then the A minor, and D, and E minor, and sometimes I'll put in the minor ninth, which is, so I'll just play the E minor with my first finger on the fifth fret of the, or second fret of the fifth string, my little finger on the fourth fret of the fourth string, and that's, I call it E minor ninth. It's one of the prettiest and most haunting chords on the guitar in natural tuning. So let's see where we stars of the night. Same riff, then the A minor, and D to G, and then here and it helps if you can grab that bass on the F with your thumb, if your hand's big enough to do that, because it gives you a lot more things to do. So I play with my thumb. So we're at the start of the third line here in the guitar thing. Thumb and so I'm getting the first 3 notes of that F chord, and then I have the open G. So both those are suspensions, and then I hammer down with my first and second fingers, and then you have a whole extra measure to hold that F chord, so you can kind of do whatever you want there. But and then you come into the C, and it says C over D, but I play a full C chord, and then so for 2 measures, and hit on the D, I'm hitting the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings with my right hand. And then you've got a little space to fill, and I found it easiest to just do a 5th string, 4th string open, boom, boom. It kind of sets up like a timpani or something, boom, boom. In every age, it helps set up that strong entry into the refrain. So starting that line, you have always been, you will always be. And then you're ready to go. And it's just a D chord, hammer on the sus4, and then C chord, and get that melody up on the G melody, the G note up on the 3rd fret of the 1st string, D, and then on this G chord in the over refuge, I like to go to a G, what's that? G ninth. Because the note refuge, the ref is the 9th of the G chord, and I actually, instead of just the melody going refuge, I go refuge. I don't sing it that way, but on the guitar, it works out. And then I can play with that, kind of echo that. So you have been our refuge. And then in every age, oh God, you have. Oh, wait, sorry, that last line, I missed that. In every age, and here you slide up. Oh, because the melody goes oh, and you just need one note there because it's so quick that you don't need the whole chord, and one note's quite effective there. Age. And definitely here, go to that E minor 9th. So that last line, in every age, oh God, you've been our hope. Refuge, you're coming off that A. In every and then let it pause, and then you come back in on the second word, if you need a second word. Play through that, and then if you want to close it and take the final ending, that works out nice too. You don't need to go there, but if you have the time to, so every age, oh God. Now I'm going to go into the final ending at the top of the second page. You have been our hope, and it says again D over C, and I go to a D. Now this is a little tricky here. Go into this, what they call a C sharp sus4. I don't think I do a C sus sharp 4. Okay. Yeah, and so I go from my D, I leave my second finger down, move my 3rd finger over to the C on the 5th string, 3rd fret, and my little finger drops in on the D note on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So that's kind of this sort of a change here. And then moving these two, over there. And then that puts you where you get that suspension and go right easily into the C chord and then the D. And then take the E minor ninth. And if you can, if you know your harmonics, and those are just the natural harmonics, just play up the E minor. So one time through that whole final ending there. And that's in every age. And this is Skippy. Thank you. God bless.